Hi everyone, welcome to my talk Beyond Developers, Building an IDP for Data Scientists and Quants. I'm Ina, I'm a staff infrastructure engineer on a platform team, and this is really a story about my personal journey of getting excited about the solution a little bit too early and how my team and I ended up at this conclusion. So, less than a year after attending IDP with the team, we decided that IDP tools will be great, but they were just simply the wrong choice for us. I was on the hype cycle. This is really a story about me going through the roller coaster that a hype cycle is about technology. As I said, I was really excited about what I could see out on the platform engineering community. I was really inspired by seeing what other teams were doing, and I wanted to bring that energy in to my own team and to my own work. I wanted to make an impact. So I found a conference that I believed would create that energy for the rest of the team, and we all went to it. We spoke to my manager, we got tickets for this, and we attended. And it was an amazing event. It was amazing. We got to work together, we got to sit down, think about this together, and listen to many other inspiring people talk about this. Companies and teams that have already been on the same journey, maybe are a bit further along, maybe are on the other side of it, and they just had a lot of really insightful experiences to share with us. And we listened and we came back super excited. And all we could talk about was platform engineering. And all I could see was platform engineering and dev portals everywhere. And I really wanted to make this work for my team. I believe that this would be the perfect solution for a lot of our problems. And as I said, this is a story about me going through the hype cycle. Well, I was here coming back from the conference. I was very, very optimistic, very excited, talking to everyone about it, very pushy as well. And we sat down with my team and we sketched out what a successful project would look like and how we wanted to deliver this. How would we get the right people involved at the right levels? So we knew that we needed to be mature enough as a company and as a team to be able to even take on this endeavor. We knew that we wanted leadership behind our back to be able to sign the checks and also ultimately be the sponsors and the promoters of this idea and this movement. And we knew that us as a platform team, we really needed to be all in. We needed to be so committed and we needed to make this a priority. I believe we had all of those things, but reality hit. We did everything that every engineer would do. We found a solution, but not the problem that required the solution. And I am very guilty of that. I was going in solutions first, not problem first. The problem that I then realized we had and our team was facing is that we didn't actually know the needs of our users as well as we thought we did. We kind of had our realization moment. We were like, okay, maybe we're jumping a little bit too far here. Okay, so let me give a bit of context why we felt that way. So we're a Series B company in an energy space and in energy industry. We have between 100 to 120 employees. We have 10 platform engineers, give or take. That's me and my team. We have about 20 quants, about 20 plus leadership plus company employees, and more than 60 machine learning scientists, data scientists, engineers, softwares, and AI engineers. And we started talking and asking questions. We wanted to get people excited. We wanted to get everyone on board and spread the word throughout the company to get ready for this because this was going to be the right solution. But we started small. I started talking individually to people. As I said, we're a small company, so communication channels are very open, and it is possible to get feedback directly from people. And that's exactly what we did. So a couple of my teammates and I, we started talking, and I personally approached the conversations with my understanding of what an IDP solution would be, what a platform is in my eyes. As any platform engineer would probably care about, I cared about cloud development environments. I cared about version control, developer portals, IDEs, deployments, network, compliance, secrets management, infrastructure provisioning, CD tools, observability. And I really, really believe that this would all sync with other people. This would all resonate with the rest of the people and our user base. The reality is, it didn't actually. And that was pretty eye opening for me. as I said, we were a Series B company, we still are, and we have all of these employees. My own learning here is that I approached these conversations thinking that everyone would speak my language, but they didn't. They're all different types of engineers with different set of skills, different set of expectations and desires, and they have different workflows to make themselves successful and to deliver what's expected of them. So what I realized very quickly is our users had a different definition of the word platform. And this is me coming on the bottom side of the hype cycle. I was very quickly deflated. I was like, okay, maybe this was a waste of time. Maybe this was not the correct solution here. What did I do wrong? So I started in kind of bringing this down a lot more and being a little bit more pessimistic. But what I was able to take out of all of those conversations was that, okay, maybe this was the wrong solution, but let's still record what our engineers want and use and kind of do. And after a while, kind of started to make sense. Our ML and data engineers care about some of the same things that we care about as platform engineers. They cared about cluster management, compute resources, data tools, storage, querying, analytics, observability as well. But they also cared about a bunch of other tools that I wasn't keeping in the forefront of my idea. I wasn't talking about these tools myself. I wasn't thinking about my users first. I was thinking about my excitement of the idea a lot more than I was thinking about what my users actually needed. Quants, same thing, similar conversations. They were excited really about some of these things that we were excited about as a team, as a platform team, but they also cared about their own tools here. And really, then I started asking a question, okay, what's a platform? Like at the end of the day, if a dev portal is a tool I want to use, but do other people see it that way? Would a platform even be the right name here that we all use between ourselves? Well, a platform in the context of platform engineering is really a curated set of reusable tools, workflows, APIs, and documentation that enables internal users to self-serve infrastructure environments and deployment pipelines with minimal cognitive overhead. Perfect. This actually aligned with our goals as a team. We did want to reduce cognitive overhead, but we also realized that by introducing a solution that we cared about a lot more than our users, we would have increased that cognitive overhead. So that would have gone literally against our users. However, the positive thing here was, and the good news was that I did see a ray of hope here. And I had to kill my own engineering ego to overcome that. I had to find the good in all of this. I had to realize that actually, you know what? We're a platform team already. We already have a platform based on this definition. We already were doing a bunch of these things. We were providing support. We were reducing the cognitive overhead. We were allowing people to self-serve when they need it. So just because we weren't employing the latest platform tools and practices doesn't mean that we weren't a successful platform team. And this is my biggest learning here. I was so convinced that if we use these tools, then that makes us successful. But I was wrong. I then started also asking the question, okay, what are our business's core competencies? Are we really a dev company? The answer is no. We were and still are an energy company. We're not a dev company. So maybe this isn't the right tool for us at this time at all. I also asked, okay, well, we're a startup. Like, would this actually help us survive or would this put us in danger? Well, the answer is, as a startup, we need to survive. We don't want to optimize. And unfortunately, IDP tools for us came in at the box, in the box that would go towards optimizations. And we didn't really need that at the time. So I quickly realized that we already have a platform. And it just needed love and care. It just needed me reframing my own expectations and then the team kind of coming along on that journey with me to start taking care of the things that we actually needed to take care of. And we started listening to our users a lot more. And this is where we, and me personally, we came out on the plateau of productivity. We feel a lot more empowered now that we've kind of taken the shackles off the idea that we have to be doing a certain thing and that we have to be using a certain tool to be successful. In fact, no, this is all we did so far. We have introduced quarterly surveys of the used tools. So up until that point, we kept asking our users, okay, which IDE are you using? Which cloud do you want to use? Like, what are the things that you want to use that we care about? We changed that. We started asking our users, what are the tools that you want to use? You have full freedom. Tell us what they are. We just want to know. We started exposing the metrics and the costs because everyone cared about that. We are a startup. We need to be budget sensitive, and we are budget sensitive. We also wanted to allow the native AI tools to expand organically and to converge organically. If we had set up the golden paths and we had set up a lot of the processes 6 months ago, we wouldn't have been in the position that we are today to be able to nurture the creativity that our engineers, scientists, quants all come with, and they have, and they're really buzzing from it. And finally, we're okay with just reviewing the decision. If we want to introduce an IDP to a dev portal, we can introduce that anytime we want. We just need to go to this whole process again and assess the whole situation again. Is it the right tool for us right now? And the reality is, we still are in love with IDP tools. I think they're great. They're amazing. There's amazing success stories out there that we can learn from and be inspired from. But ourselves, we're still not ready to commit. However, what we've learned and what I've learned is that having a vision and an understanding of your users and where you want to take them, where they want to be taken, is much, much more important than having a solution in mind. So that's me, Ina. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope we get to chat soon.